Hello guys, it's Jenny Jen the Plant Friend coming to you with another planty video. This video is going to be a little bit different vantage point of filming because I'm in front of my grow tent. And so I thought I'd do an update video. It has really grown and things are happening in there, and I wanted to share it with you guys. If this is your first time joining me, welcome to my channel. I am Jenny Jen the Plant Friend, the Pink Lady. If you are a returning subscriber, love you guys to life, and there's nothing you can do about it. So yeah, let's get started with the video. So I just wanted to show you, it is located in my exercise slash, you know, you have that room where it just becomes everything. I don't even know what to call it. I do still have my treadmill in here, and it's off from the prayer room and different things like that. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys the grow tent. So we got our lights all set up and everything, and we're gonna come right in here. Okay. So let's get into it, okay? So we're gonna open it. This setup, I did film when I set this whole thing up, but I have not filmed since I've been growing things in here for a while now. I'm gonna unzip it all of the way so that we can get a good view. I don't know how to make that stay back, but anyway, I never do. I don't worry about it when I'm in here working. So this is the inside of the grow tent. I know, right? I did not have that much stuff in there when I started. So let's get a little closer. There we go. So I have all of my lights in there. I have lots of plants in here. I'm growing and propagating and doing all sorts of things. So yeah, so I still have, I'll just tilt you down a little bit so you can see. I still have a little bit of room. I wanted to make sure and keep enough room for me to stand inside of the tent. I didn't want it so crowded. I don't want to move plants out to get into water and to do the things I need to do. Some plants are thriving in here, some plants are not, like my latest addition to my collection. This is a Pallidiform by Ecugenera. It came very damaged, so I tried to revive it and put it in here, but it's not doing very well. Anyway, so let's get into what's in here. So in the section directly toward the back, we have, I have, these are the plants that I got from Donna, my planty friend Donna. And listen guys, I had these quarantined for a couple weeks, and then I finally moved them into the grow tent, and when I did that, they went bonkers with the roots. So today, in addition to showing you the grow tent, we are going to be potting these guys up. And look at that one is in bloom. This is a Hoya, Helwigiana, I think is how you say that. But look at that. She gave it to me with the peduncle, but it wasn't in bloom. And then look, and then there's the other peduncle. And so, but roots for days. So she is definitely ready to be potted up. But I am not going to tell you, because we've already gone over these plants, so I'm not going to go you know, and tell you about each one of these plants, but I will share other things that I have growing in here. You might have remembered me potting up this a couple videos ago, this Anthurium crystallinum. She's not like taking off in this cabinet. I really thought that she would do so much better, but anyway, so she's in here. This is a Florida Ghost, that propagation that I propped recently, and I see a leaf that's not in the water. See, the roots need and the node need to be down in the water. So I don't know if I started out with more water, but I am going to water it while I'm in here and just get that water level up. Okay, I'll leave this out so I can take care of that, because that didn't work. That wasn't enough. Okay, so what else do I have? So here I have, this is my Scindapsus tricolor that I am actually trying to get this guy to take off. I think I'm going to take it out and put it on a moss pole to get the leaves to upsize. She seems to be doing better in the grow tent. This is a propagation of my, actually this is not. This is another little plant that I bought. It's I've been pronouncing that Corona, but someone told me that's not correct. Corona Anna. Okay. Yeah. And then I have my Sweetheart Carrii. This is the propagation from my plant. I've sold off most of them, but that's left. And then the Shepherdii. These have not sold, and I was very surprised because I love this plant, the Hoya rosita. Let's bring her up. And so this is a dish full of what did I just name it? Oh, that's a numeralaudes in there. Isn't that a numeralaudes? Okay, so these are all Hoya rosita, and then one numeralaudes that I didn't even remember was in there, taking on the shape or looking like the rest of these. And I need to water this guy as well. So and what I do with this when they're in a tray like this, I just take it and put water in the bottom. The cups have holes in it, and so it just sucks up the water to get. Now, if the moss is extremely dry, I do water from the top because I want to get it going right away. And so we also have some things on the floor of the grow tent. This is my Parisi Verde. This is one of the propagation. I have several more going, but this is kind of like the mama plant, if you will. She's just propagating in water, and she's well rooted. Actually, I could pot her up now as well. Then I chopped my Painted Lady. I've chopped this guy so many times, it's just crazy. But she's not well rooted, but she's pretty rooted down there. And so she's in the grow tent loving it, and so just leaving her there. But what I decided to do was just bring plants, anything that I'm propagating or that's struggling, and put it in here and see what happens. And so here's a Cebu Blue. It's not struggling or anything. I need to take it out because not enough water in there, and some of the leaves have started to yellow, but I need to take it out and pot it up. So we'll leave that out as well. And then look, guys, I really want to show you this. This plant has only been in here less than a week. Anytime there's area roots or the roots along the stem of the plant, they're going to root much faster. Look at those lush, beautiful roots. Are you kidding me? This is my Hoya globulosa, already pushing out new growth. So what I did was I chopped it way back because it was very, very tall. Whoa. And but because it was very, very tall, I chopped it way back and then put it in here to root. So I am going to be taking this out because it's well rooted. I mean, some are rooted. And so what I'll do is I'll take out the ones that are well rooted and go ahead and pot those up today. And then the ones that are not, I'll put back in the grow tent. So I'm going to get a little caddy. So I have my caddy here. That way I can load these plants up as I plan to do things or whatever I need to do with them. I shouldn't have that many to take out. But I have lots of variegated plants for my variegated mystery box here. If you're interested, I do have lots of plants that so I have the Pollinera and I have others, and they're pushing out new leaves now. When they're part of the mystery box, you get 2 leaves with it, really. And some just do better than others. I don't know what that is. These are all in the same, and some are pushing out new growth and some are not doing anything, so I don't know. But anyway, I have those. And then I also have variegated Huschkelliana that's going in. That's also a part of the mystery boxes. I have, this is Hoya, and this bone dry. My goodness, I thought I just watered everybody. This is Hoya Incredesa Eclipse. That's what this one is. So let me get a little water so I can just water as I go, because I don't want to wait and then put them back and then still forget to water them. So hold 1 sec. Now, because these plants all have holes in the bottom, when I water, I need to put them on a tray, because like just now that started to run out everywhere. And that's okay, because it's on the tray, and so it'll just go to the next plant. And so I have Hoya. This one is the Hoya. It was sold to me as a macrophylla, but I've been told that it's been renamed. Not macrophylla, Hoya verticulata. And so it's also dry. So we're just watering everybody as we tell you what's in here, just because we don't want to forget. And so let's see, what else do we have? So those are grow tent. Those are and this is another. This was the original propagation that I made of the globulosa to sell in the shop. And this guy is already pushed out a new growth point with 2 new leaves coming out. I'm gonna move. Since I'm stepping in, I'm gonna move the camera back so you guys can see. There we go. And so, and I have 3 of those that are doing very well and pushing out new growth, well rooted. If you're interested, the globulosa. This one has. I believe these are on the shop. I will double check, but this one has 2, 4, 5 leaves and a new leaf that's not looking the best. So I would call this a 5 leaf, and this one's a 3 leaf with a new growth point. And then we have this one, which I'm probably not going to send like this because it's going to be difficult. So it would still be a 3 leaf, but no, actually it's like a 4 leaf. But it has a growth point that's not doing well. I could see that it's yellowing, so probably just flick that off. But so that I have that. I also have Wilbur Graves didn't do that well, but I have several Wilbur Graves that are splashy. This one. Let me get them back. Everybody's so dry. I was just in here 2 days ago. My goodness. So I do make a point of coming into the grow tent at least 2 to 3 times a week, because mostly everything is in moss, and they're drying out so fast that I'm coming in, because you don't want the moss to dry out like that. So the other thing I wanted to show you, this is a Hoya Finlaysonii, and I put it in here. It had 1 leaf, and it's already pushed out a 2nd leaf. She's available, and she's also has another growth point there. And then we have lots of we have Decidia, we have Comengiana. This one is Crassiopetio, just a regular green form, and she's available. She has 5 leaves, and then we have lots of outer variegated Bellas, and what else? Okay, we do have. I have some stumps. They're not doing anything, but I'm trying. They are Monstera albo stumps, but again, nothing's happening. This Melanochrysum that I put in here, nothing's happening there. What else? This is another Wilbur Graves China. Let's put it over here and water it because it is dry. Okay. And then we have at the bottom, of course, Sarawak. My classic Sarawaks are available. I have 2 of them. Actually, I have 3. This one has 4 leaves. This one is what, like 6 leaves. And it started out like a 4-leaf, and now it's already up to 6. And then I have this one, little cutie patootie. Has I took it to the market. It didn't sell, but has some smaller leaves, but still very cute plant. And then I did propagate some things for Donna, and so I have her little box here, and I have Hoya Jennifer, Jennifer Hoya Cardiophylla, and Hoya multiflora. And these guys seem like they need some water too. We're just gonna water people while we're down here. We're not gonna wait people. At the bottom here, I have a tray of Hoyas. Mostly in this grow tent are Hoyas. I have some Hoya, what is this? Hoya fungii that I am so surprised that they did not sell. But I have this one, and it started with 2, 4, 5 leaves. I think it now has 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll probably cut that one back. This one also started with, it's pushed out a couple new leaves, but it's looking very pale. I got to figure that out, so I might have to leave those guys out. This is a Hoya Crinkle 8. I thought I had Hoya Chelsea, but this is Crinkle 8. So I was supposed to check on one of these for one of my customers, but I'll try and do that today as well. So I also have Hoya Macrophylla. Look at that one, beautiful. 2 very mature large leaves, and then the 2 smaller leaves there. Have this one that has 5, so cute, Hoya Macrophylla. I have another Hoya multiflora that has a peduncle, but you know, these are the ones that the peduncles fall off shortly after they bloom. And so, but I have that one in here as well. And then this one, this is hilarious. This was like 1 leaf forever, Macrophylla, and she since pushed out a whole new growth point with 3 new leaves and the growth point at the top, which might not make it in the shipping. I'll try. But the Hoya Macrophylla, this one again has 4 leaves. And then this one is not doing the best. It's the Hoya Bella. I need to take that out. Something's going on. Like it's all dried up. I think it just, the moss got too dry, and then when I tried to rehydrate it, I think it just didn't do well, so we'll leave that out. And then this is another Macrophylla that pushed out 2 new leaves, and it had that half moon, but it's not looking the best. But so this is the Macrophylla tray, and then it has light down there, but it's, I don't know. I'll leave the fungi out. And so I have another tray here. This one has in it, it has Hoya. I have lots of out of variegated Bellas. So they are definitely available. I also have, I don't even know what this one is. I think it's an obscure, Hoya obscure, that's what that is. I also have Hoya, what is this one? David Kamengii, which I really thought was going to be a big seller. Looks like it has a little peduncle on it. But don't hold me to it with the peduncles, because sometimes they make it and sometimes they don't. I'll leave that one out. And then here's another one, David Kamengii, which is good because the mama plant's not doing good, so it's nice to know that I have these, and if I need to, I can take one and turn it into the mother plant. I think what happened, if they're drying out too soon, so I'm considering not putting these in moss or something. I don't know, because once they dry out like that, they just like they're not coming back when they dry out. So I talked about, I have lots of Comengiana, and they're growing like crazy because it started with these three. It's already pushed out a new growth here, and that little peduncle looks like it was a peduncle forming, but it didn't form. But this one, I'm gonna put this over to catch the water. So I have 5 of those. And then the last tray that I have is, or tub, I guess, not tray, but tub, is, it has in it mostly the Incredessa Eclipse, which this plant grows like a weed. Like, I remember when I got it, it was so small and it started out. Now it's huge. This is the mama plant's over there, but this one has 7 leaves. I keep missing the one at the bottom. But the more light you give it, the more variegation it has that comes. Very true for this one. I've noticed. I also have Hoya EPC 301, which has really done marvelous. It's pushing out all kinds of growth. I'm probably going to have to prop this guy back at least to 5 leaves or something. I'll leave that out. That's another eclipse that has, this one has 1, 2, 3, 7 leaves as well. This one only has 2, but 2 very mature large leaves. And then this one is Hoya Sergio Genesis is how I think you pronounce it. And of course she just pushed out 2 new leaves at the top there. And she has 2, 4, 6 leaves. And I don't really like to count the one at the very one, just the newest leaf, just in case it doesn't make it, especially when it hasn't hardened off. But that's her. And then this one has just not done well. This is another Sergio Genesis, I believe. But I just keep working with her. But she's been like this. She's been like that. So anyway, but you know, if I have a particular plant on my shop and it's not doing well, sometimes I will discount the plant. I'm going to leave that out so I can water this tub as well. But yeah, so that's what the grow tent's looking like. Oh, and so you may notice this Monstera that I have peeking through, and I did put this one on my Instagram. This is Monstera Barsigniana, and I don't want to take her down because that's a lot of work taking her down and getting her back up here. But let me just bring you guys a little closer so you can see her. But this is her. So I just recently chopped her. I air layered first and chopped her. And so you see all the beautiful area roots down there. So I'm hoping they'll come in very strong and I'll be able to make several plants. There's a top cut in there that has like 3 leaves. And this is the newest leaf on that top cut, that leaf there with the sectorial variegation. And then you have some half moon situations going on and some with not as much variegation, but still beautiful leaves. And so I'll keep you posted on what I end up doing with her, but I did want to show you her. And also my Melanochrysum that I chopped in a video recently. And so she is, so she wasn't doing very well, and I couldn't figure out why, but I felt like I needed to, she's trying to push out a new leaf here, but I felt like it wasn't either down in the water enough or wasn't sure, so I had 2 leaves together. So I chopped it down so they're 2 individual leaves. Well, this one will have 2 once this leaf unfurls. It'll have 2 leaves, and then the other one will have 1, and I'll put it together and make a plant. Now, some of these I'm just growing out. But when we start the markets up again, I'll have some things to take. But because I'm kind of done with that for the winter. But yeah, so that leaf recently it almost got stuck, and so that's why it's kind of light on one side. But yeah, beautiful plant. Love the Melanochrysum. And this is I chopped it from my plants on plank situation. So yeah, so that's what's happening in the grow tent. I did chop the, it's so funny. When I was potting up the Scamdactys tricolor, this little guy, I can't remember if it fell out or what happened, the reason, but I took it out and I potted it up in here, and it was like, it was one leaf, one or two leaves. I think it was two leaf, one died off, then it pushed out this leaf, and now it's pushed out this leaf, and there's another one there. And so I'm going to end up with either potting it back up into the mother plant, or I may just sell it because like this one, these leaves are, for some reason, I really feel like it's going to upsize in leaves if I put it on a moss pole. So I'm going to work on that as well. But yeah, so I need to get a little water for this guy. Let's see if I can not make a mess here. My little squirt bottle has been doing a new thing and is squirting all over the place. So that's why I was off camera doing it, because I didn't want to squirt my camera. I also have, this is a plant that Maya gave me for my birthday, and it wasn't doing well, but finally I put it in the grow tent. The leaves were very soft. It just pushed out a new leaf. It's called the Hoya Patricii Splash Verticulata. And so I really wanted this plant. Hers is so splashy, but it's not very splashy, so I don't know if I need to give it more light, but wanted to show you guys that one. But yeah, so that's what's happening in the grow tent. And so what we're going to do from here is we're going to, the ones that needed my attention, we're going to give some attention to, and the ones that oh, I didn't share with you guys what I have over here, did I? So at the last market I went, a gentleman gave me this cutting of a begonia. He told me the name of it, but it's pushing out a new leaf, guys. I'm so excited about that because I don't do well with begonias, but don't let them know that because we're trying. And he also gave me this one. I think that's angel wings is what that one's called. But he gave me this one, and it's in that flugel stuff. And so I left it in here. Hasn't had any changes. Or maybe there's a new leaf, but I'm not sure. I don't remember how many it had. I also have on this little rack, this is a Hoya globulosa, which I think I recently put this one in. When I chopped it way back, this was the mother stump. So I pulled it up, and I could actually put this with this, but I pulled it up and took off some of the roots, made it and put it in this thing with just that one leaf, and I'm just going to see what happens with that. So I have that growing over here. I also have some Hoyas that just died off, just died off. I don't know what that means. And this is one of them, and this is the Hoya Pandarata Silver. And so I said, well, only thing I can do is, I've never done a wet stick Hoya, but I'm going to try. So that's what that is. And then this one is a Hoya as well. I really should have. Oh, I know what this is. I was so saddened by this. This is my Polynera Broguette, however you say that. So this one just, like, the leaves started turning yellow. It just, everything. I don't know what happened to this. And it only happened once I transferred it to pond, by the way. It was doing fine up until that point. So I don't know if that was a shocker or what. And then I have one other Hoya that, they should all really be together because they're all on the struggle bus. Let's see. Oh, the name's on the side. Hoya, oh yeah, well I have another one of these, but still, Sawetziana, she needs water, so I'll water this one. But yeah, so whenever something's struggling, again, I try to, that's not the only reason for the grow tent, but I do want to put them in here because I feel like they'll have a fighting chance. Put that somewhere else because I really want, I want to keep all of those together so I can kind of watch them. And my goal was to hang this thing up here so I could utilize this. I just haven't done that yet. So let me just show you what it is. It's just a little shelf that I used to keep spices on or whatever, and you just really repurpose your things for whatever you if you have something at work. I have my grid here. I have some things hanging on the grid. I am in the process of growing out some Florida Beauties that are doing nicely. This one pushed out this new leaf, and there's a leaf. The older leaf, like this one, fell off, but that's okay because it's given me 2 more. And then this one has given me a new leaf, and the older leaf is not looking the best, but you hold on to it, and then hopefully it will push out. And then it has another growth point right there, so I'm hoping that's another leaf. I gotta free it up though. Let's put you down for a second. Let's just make sure that this leaf can come out properly. There we go. But yeah, Florida Beauty. And then I have another one here that's a Florida Beauty, and it's pushing out a new growth point as well. And then this one didn't look like it was doing anything, and I was gonna get rid of it, and then I discovered a leaf down there trying to push out a new leaf. So you just, you hang on to your stumps, and especially if you have a grow tent, and then you just hope for the best, because you never know, and you have nothing to lose. So yeah, so I have those little clips hanging in there. And then this one is the Hoya, let's see, Meliflu? No. I don't remember the name of this one. Hoya, I have to get the name. It's not Globulosa, but the thick, white, waxy, lighter green leaves. And so I put it in it. It had these 3 leaves at the bottom. It since grew this whole deal here. I think it only had 2 leaves. Then it grew this whole stem and pushed out this leaf, pushed out these 2 more there, and possibly 2 more there. So what I will do with this is I would leave it a 3 leaf and then have to cut these 2 once they mature, because trying to ship this, you can't really bend it. It's not happening. So I would do it as a 3 leaf Hoya. And so this is the other one. I love the little grids. I'm really learning to work with the grids. But this one has the Hoya glabra selector, and it was a 2 leaf, pushed out this new runner, and so hopefully some leaves will come on there. I had some more pins. I just try to make sure that it's secure, whatever I hang on there. So I'm going to use this spot to move this up, and then I can put some things down here. But yeah, so that's what's happening in the grow tent. Something I saw, I do want to, I think what I will do is I will find clips and hang a lot of these smaller Hoyas on the clips. I'm going to try that. But yeah, so that's where we are in the grow tent. Love it, love it. Okay guys, well that concludes this video for today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. Check me out on Etsy. Check me out on Instagram. You know the deal. Just check me out and tell a friend to tell a friend about Jenny Jen, the plant friend. See you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.